Hey, what's up, y'all? Listen, I just seen this video. Actually, a couple different videos. First off, man, that dude that got shot in Portland, the Trump supporter, you can clearly hear in the video, we got a Trumper, and he shot him in the fucking back. I hope that dude gets the same treatment. Karma's a bitch, man, and I hope it finds all these no good, worthless, grimy motherfuckers, man. They're straight fucking animals. There is no excuse, no reason, no right anybody has to kill another person, not even just assault, but kill another person because of their political views or any belief. I don't care if a motherfucker goes out and says, I hate all black people, all this other shit, because obviously it's okay to do that, being as Black Lives Matter are doing it. But every one of these no good, worthless pieces of shit that are apparently so busy doing other things like killing white people or bricking people in the head in Baltimore, or just any of the horrendous acts that these people are doing, why don't they get a job? Why don't they raise their kids? Why don't they do something productive and worthwhile besides destroy people? It makes no sense to me, man. Like, the dude that shot this guy was at a protest before and illegally had a gun, was arrested and released, not even charged. If these lawmakers and these politicians were district attorneys too, they're just as fucking guilty. If these people would actually do their job and put these people in prison for the shit that they do, that dude that got shot in the back would still be alive. No question. It's absurd, man. And then, you know, that piece of shit Ted Wheeler, he's sitting there and is going to blame one for this for Trump. And secondly, he's going to still refuse those federal help, or the federal help. You know what I mean? Like, how are you going to refuse something that you fucking clearly need? You clearly are not capable of doing your fucking job. You are the most worthless piece of shit, sorry excuse for a mayor, since the founding of this country. I assure you, there is no other worse person. That dude needs ripped out of his fucking place, beat down, and arrested. That piece of shit and the other lawmakers in these cities that are allowing this stuff to go on, and the district attorneys that are preventing cops from doing their fucking job and helping these people out, you know what I mean? And releasing them so that they can go out and do this shit again. It's all political, man. It's all politicized. These people want unrest, they want destruction, they want mayhem, and they want the innocent, law-abiding, hard-working Americans to pay the price for it. Also in the hopes that they'll be like, oh, well, fuck, we need some change, you know what I mean? And vote these pieces of shit out. But, you know, they need to be voted out. They want to stay in power. That's all they care about. And it's clear as day that these people are, how do I want to word this? They are allowing and praising the people that are destroying this country, destroying innocent fucking people, allowing all this for power. That's it. We innocent law-abiding people are paying the price because of these piece of shit politicians. And every single one of them that are refusing help are the same exact ones that their place is going nuts. There was a video of a guy in the New York subway pushed a woman to the ground and dry humped her. Like, no big deal. Broad daylight. It was before noon, I believe. Like, don't you have a job to get to? Don't you do something worthwhile for a living? Don't you have a family to support? No, I'd rather just fucking knock a chick to the ground and dry hump her. You know what I mean? What a piece of shit, man. These people, And you know, like, I don't want to hear any person out there say, oh, white people are racist. Oh, listen, if you are any other color, even including a white person, and you do this type of shit, you are causing people not to like you. You know what I mean? Let's say, for just theoretically, it was a bunch of white people out there doing this shit. You know what? People would have every reason and every right to not fucking trust white people. By doing that, you are bringing shame to your people, to whatever race you belong to. If you have a whole bunch of one race out there fucking shit up, you know what I mean? Like the dude that fucking killed himself because he was about to get arrested. He shot himself in the face. They're rioting over that. Fuck you, he was a criminal. You know what I mean? The Blake dude. This dude was a convicted sex offender. He was not going over there to stop a fight. He had a knife. If you are being stopped by the cops and you just fucking listen to them and do what they say, obviously you're gonna be okay. There's no reason to sit there and be like, oh, I can't do this, I can't deal with the cops, they'll shoot me dead for no reason. No, you're a fucking idiot. Flat out, you're a fucking idiot. You know? And the people they're bringing this shit, they want all their views out there. They want their beliefs thrown out to the world. They want everybody to believe and think as they do, the exact same way. And any deviation from that, it's not accepted. They try everything in the world to shut you down. There's a war on conservatives. There's a war on white people. You know what I mean? There's a war on cops. And this shit, it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. Like, what kind of person would feel compelled to assault or kill another person because of their skin color or their political beliefs? You know what I mean? The only time that you need to kill somebody is if it's self-defense. If you have no other option but to end that person's life because it's either them or you, kill them. But you know, I'm so over this shit, man. Like, this has been going on for, what, months and months and months. All of these people that are doing this shit need shot in the face. Point blank. Shot in the face. Point fucking blank. There's no excuse. This shit is just, it keeps going on and on and on and getting worse and worse and worse. These people, like George Floyd, he was a fucking career criminal. He was strung out on drugs. He had 2 grams of fentanyl in his mouth, and he died from it. You know what I mean? That cop that had his knee on his neck had nothing to do with that death. I firmly believe that. You know? If he would have had it on the front, closing his windpipe, or something like that, then yeah, maybe. But he had the knee on the back of his neck. You know? It had to be that, right, guys? Right, leftist? It had to be that. Black Lives Matter, right? You know? It had to be that. It couldn't be the fact that he had 2 grams of fentanyl in his mouth and he was strung the fuck out and had pre-existing, this shit just got me so worked up, man. Like, I can't even talk straight. It infuriates me, the ignorance of these people. If you stand up for criminals and you riot and you destroy shit because a lifetime career criminal got shot for doing some shit that he shouldn't have been doing, like fighting the cops, then you know what? You're just as bad as they are. You know what I mean? Condemn that shit. If I see a white person out there acting and behaving in a manner such as these people that have been killed by cops or, you know, the Black Lives Matters and shit, I would condemn them in a heartbeat. I would tell that white person that, hey, you are a piece of shit and you are bringing shame to everybody else with your skin color. You know? And all these people, they break it down to skin color. That's all I hear, like when CNN, MSNBC, all these places. Oh, it's a white guy. Oh, a white guy attacked a black guy. No, dumbass. No. It was a cop. Not a white cop, not a black cop. A cop. A fucking police police officer, doing their job, trying to go home at the end of the day, not trying to get killed by some piece of shit. But you prop these people up. You know what I mean? So between the mainstream media, domestic terrorists like Black Lives Matter, Antifa, the real problem arises from several different sources. You got teachers indoctrinating these people, radicalizing them, you know what I mean, with lies and misinformation. And then they go out, after they've already been a child and didn't get their ass beat enough, there was no discipline in their life, and there was no father in their life. You know what I mean? These people grew up entitled. They grew up spoiled. They didn't have to work for anything. They did what they want with no consequences. And now, this is the consequence we pay. All that shit about, oh, you can't beat your kid, you can't, discipline your kids and spank them and shit like that bullshit. I'll be damned if my children ever grow up to be pieces of shit like that. My kids will have morals. They will have values. They will know what right from wrong is, and they will do the right thing. You know? Not be some entitled pieces of shit like this. Like, focus on actual problems instead of creating problems. You know? Antifa saying they're anti-fascist. Dude, I don't know any other perfect example of fascism other than, shooting a person because they believe differently than you. You know? That's what actual fascists do. If you go to any authoritarian country, dissent equals death. You travel away from the allowed path and the allowed thought process, they will lock you up or kill you. That's exactly what these people are doing, And to say all lives matter is racist, dude, how fucking stupid can you be? All lives matter is what everybody should strive to believe, That's equality. You scream, oh, I want equality. Bitch, you got equality. It's been here forever. You can't have equality and then at the same time demonize a whole other race. It doesn't work that way. Like, it's a two-way road. If you demonize people and you call people evil and, you assault and fucking kill people, like, that shit is going to come back on you. You think those people are going to be like, oh, let's just, go with what, they're right, here, have what you want. Fuck you. I wish a motherfucker would come over and try that shit. You know what I mean? That's just so ridiculous. All these people need prosecuted. If somebody goes to attack somebody else at one of these places, shoot them dead. Fuck them. They've already shown that they are more than willing and happy to end another person's life because of their beliefs. They had a video of these people laughing and celebrating the Trump supporter that got killed. That's disgusting, dude. Because of his belief. I hear people demonizing Kyle Rittenhouse. This dude went out to defend a business because all of them are getting burned across the country, destroyed, people's livelihoods, people are getting killed. He brought medical supplies, not just for white people, for everybody that wants to say he was a white supremacist and all that shit. No. I've never met a dude from the KKK. That's how rare white supremacy is. Unless you go to fucking prison, you're not going to really meet any. It just doesn't happen. You don't see people out there that are white saying white power, destroying shit. You got BET, Black Entertainment Television. God forbid there be a WET, White Entertainment Television. No, there'd be riots. White History Month. No, God forbid. This shit is stupid, man. Grow the fuck up, people. If you were one of these people from Black Lives Matter or Antifa or any of that, dude, grow the fuck up. Stop being a piece of shit. If you're one of these politicians that are out of place and you're allowing this shit to go on, do your fucking job. Stop being a piece of shit. Alright, y'all. Later.